guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Samantha and I do fashion and lifestyle videos here on YouTube. And I'm very excited for today's video because this is going to be my official apartment tour. Now, if you're not aware, I currently live in a one-bedroom apartment in the city of Toronto, and I will be moving into a two-bedroom. So I wanted to do a tour of my current apartment, so I'm very excited for this video. I have been in this apartment for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I really do love this apartment. Pardon the city noises, but I'm really excited to share this apartment tour with you and share where I have been living for the last year and a half. Anyways, let's get into this video because I'm so excited to share all of the little details of my apartment. And before I get into it, don't forget to subscribe as well as follow me on Instagram. I'll leave that somewhere up here for you guys. Let's get into this official apartment tour. All right, so this is my very humongous entrance to my apartment. Over here on the right is where I keep my recycling. Now, being in a small apartment, it means that there's very little room for, well, everything. So this corner is where I keep typically a big bag with all of my recycling, and this makes it really easy for me to just take it down once it gets filled. Although I do love to procrastinate on that. And then over here I have a little table with some hand sanitizer as well as a little bowl, and I love this bowl. I think this one is from HomeSense, but this is a really great way to kind of keep a mess contained. So I keep all my masks in here, sunglasses, keys, and then in the winter I would also keep my like hats and stuff. It's just a really easy way to kind of keep everything in one place, and it looks organized as well. And then moving forward, we have a closet here. I'll give you a sneak peek, although it's probably messy. This is where I keep all of my big winter coats. Now, being in Canada, we have lots of coats, and so this is the closet where they all live. So it gets very cramped in there. I'm gonna stop showing you. This is probably not the prettiest. All right, and then over here we have my washer and dryer. Now, I'm very lucky to be able to have a washer dryer in my unit, and thankfully in my new unit I will have a washer dryer as well. But I'll give you a sneak peek if I can open this one. So washer dryer in here, very thankful. So that is essentially kind of like the main entrance, and now let's move into kind of like the main kitchen area, although it's literally like 2 steps away. All right, and then over here we have my tiny little kitchen, which I love so much. I spend so much time in here, and if you watch my vlogs, you will be very familiar with my kitchen. Over here is my favorite part of the kitchen. This is where I have my Nespresso. I love my Nespresso. It's so tiny and perfect for apartments. I also have my Smeg kettle, which was truly just like the perfect addition to my kitchen. I drink lots of tea. I have a tea almost every single night, and so I thought, why not have a kettle that looked beautiful out on the counter? I also always keep a stash of my Nespresso Amaretti biscuits because I have like multiple of these a day, and I always need them within reach. So just in here behind me, I have my sink, and I wanted to show you my little bottles because I searched high and low for a bottle that looked exactly like this, and they were super expensive. I could only buy like 20 of them at a time, and I always just really struggled to find the perfect bottle until I realized that the Aesop bottles were the perfect bottles. And so what I did was I actually took the label off, I cleaned them off, I put a little, which I think you probably can't see on camera, but I did put a little label on it that says hand soap, and my other one says dish soap, and now I just refill them with whatever soap I desire. And I just thought it was such a great way to repurpose a bottle and, you know, reuse it. And it wasn't free, but I didn't have to buy new ones. And then over here we have my beautiful little vintage milk jug. This was gifted to me. I absolutely love it. So that's where I kind of keep my wooden spoons. I also just love the color that this brings in to the apartment. I think it's so beautiful. I love it. And then over here we have my Smeg toaster. I figured that if I have the kettle, I may as well get the matching toaster, but I love this toaster. She does bring me laughs every so often because she will skyrocket my English muffins and toast up into the air. So she's not perfect, but she does bring me laughter every so often. So there you go. Now let's move from the kitchen into the living room. So over here, we have my 2 rolling racks that unfortunately live in my living room. And I get so many questions asking me like, why would you ever keep clothes in your living room? The answer to that is, I live in a 1-bedroom in Toronto and I don't have a lot of space, nor do I have a lot of storage. So they live out here, and for the time being, this is where they are. But aside from that, I also do get lots of questions on these rolling racks. These are fantastic rolling racks. They're from Amazon and they are super, super inexpensive. I have like 3 or 4 of them because they are just so fantastic. I would love some like nicer looking ones for my new apartment, but these have served me so well. They've been fantastic. But yeah, this is where I keep all of my like newer pieces that I've been wearing a lot. And then this rack over here behind me is where I keep a lot of like my extra winter coats, my trench coats, as well as some of my like bigger sweaters. So you can see I have my Burberry sweater here, my 2 Oakenfort sweaters, which I absolutely adore. But this rack oftentimes becomes very full and very overloaded because it's where a lot of like the excess pieces end up going. So I've got my little Lady Dior here, I've got my saddlebag here. This is where oftentimes I'll come into my apartment and just hang my handbags. They're just easy to grab and go. So this kind of is the transitional area into my actual living space. I also do a lot of filming in this area because it's kind of like an open space. So let me show you now my living space, which is where I spend a lot of my time just cuddling up, watching movies, reading, and I also do a lot of work there. But it's probably my favorite space in my apartment, and I think it's a space that I have spent curating the most because, well, I love spending my time there. So let me show you the next part of the living room. This is probably my favorite area in my apartment just because it's an area that I spend a lot of time looking at. And so I spent a lot of time throughout the past 1.5 years really evolving this and making it into something that I truly just love and get inspired by. So over here we have a vase from Indigo, and then some Laguerre dried plants from, I think it's Michael's. I also have a little vase from EQ3, and I always keep my favorite Jo Malone candle here. This one is the Dark Amber and Ginger Lily. It's my favorite scent. It's so beautiful and so sophisticated. This one's almost gone, but I have backup ready to be lit. And then over here we have some new additions. So we have my beautiful prints from Love Sort Of. This is just brings me joy. I love having art and just seeing beautiful things. So I have 2 beautiful paintings here, and then I have 2 coffee table books, although they are not on a coffee table. But I have the classic Chanel book. This one was really beautiful because I wanted to bring in more black into my apartment, so it was a perfect addition. And then below it, I have my fashion history coffee table book. And for those of you who may not know, I am a history student, and I just thought that a book on fashion history was so fitting for me and what I love. And so I just love the black and white. I thought it was a perfect kind of little touch to the decor in here. And then over here we have some frames, which I have yet to put pictures in, but I promise that I will get to it in my new apartment. I also have a little diffuser from Jo Malone. This is the Pomegranate Noir. Now, if you're looking to get a bang for your buck, I would highly recommend the diffusers at Jo Malone as opposed to the candles. Sorry about the city noises, I can't avoid it. I would highly recommend getting the diffuser versus the candles if you really want a scent payoff, because these last a super long time. They also smell super strong. I'm oftentimes taking this guy and putting him in my bedroom, in my bathroom, because it smells so strong where you're like, whoo, that's enough, I need a break. But most of the time, he lives here. And then down here below this cabinet, which is actually an Ikea cabinet, and it's been fantastic, but I have loads of different goodies. I love to keep like some handbags here on display. This is my Coach Tabby, which they have since discontinued, and I'm so upset that they did because it's such a beautiful handbag. But I have some magazines and coffee table books, some other little vases, also from EQ3. I think these are so cute. And then I also have these wonderful little storage bins, also from Ikea. So you can get these, I think, in boxes of 3. Now, I got these quite a long time ago, so I'm not sure if they're still going to be available, but I love to keep things in here. So in this one, I have all my extra tags with buttons and threads from clothing garments. So I do keep those all in one place in case I ever need to replace a button or patch up a little hole on my sweaters. And then we have my infamous Ikea chair. So this is my favorite chair, and this is actually a chair from Ikea, so it's super inexpensive. I have a throw on it from Urban Barn, and then this wonderful white squishy pillow from Ikea. So I bought both the insert and the pillow cover from Ikea. So again, super inexpensive, but it looks so pretty put together. But this chair has been the most beautiful accent chair, and it's really nice. When I have people coming over, everyone always gravitates to this chair because it's so comfy. It's by the window, so you get to look out, and it's just really beautiful, and it's probably one of my favorite pieces in my apartment. And I also again get to be beside my beautiful bookshelf here, although there's no books on it, although there once was, but they have since been relocated. So let me show you where all my books are currently living, and I do hope to have my books actually displayed in my new apartment because I love reading and I love seeing all the books that I've read and my favorite books. So let me show you where my books are currently living. So this is the area with all my books. So this is yet another little Ikea bookshelf, and I'll give you a closer up look in a second. But up here I've got some decor. So I've got a little PR package from Dior that looked so beautiful. I actually put it on display. I also have loads of magazines here. This is a beautiful cover with Zendaya on it. I think it's so beautiful and I love the colors on it. I also do have a gold frame, which I've turned around because I've got some friends on there that I'm sure don't want to be on here. But that is a picture frame of some friends and I that I have on there. I love looking at it. It's so nice. But then here we have all of the books that I read. So it's pretty stuffed to the brim. I actually have no more space in there for books, and I'm kind of like stacking them on top, stacking them on the side, but it's a little bit of my happy place, my pride and joy. I think I love being able to look at all of the books that have inspired me and have brought me joy over the years. So I really do hope that I have a space in my new apartment where I can put them on display and proudly show off all the fantastic authors and stories that I have loved throughout the years. But oh, and also over here I also have a little basket which needs to change, but I love cuddling up with cozy blankets. So I actually have this little basket here with a couple little blankets. One's a little bit cozier and one's a little bit thinner for the summer once it gets a little bit warmer in here. And this corner here, I will actually turn you. Now, this corner here is actually a corner that I never show, but this is where I film my reels. And so I oftentimes keep my ring light and my tripod, which I'm using right now, but they all live in this corner with this bookshelf. Unfortunately, I have no other space for it, so that is where their home is. And like I said, in my new apartment, I'm gonna have more space to actually store things and be able to give everything a proper home, so I'm not having like my work stuff in my living space, I guess you could say. And this is my living space. So this couch is actually from Ikea, and it's honestly a fantastic couch. I've gotten so many comments on this couch, and people are always shocked to find out that it's from Ikea. But honestly, that is just my belief that it doesn't matter how expensive something is, if you know how to style it and put things together, it's gonna look super luxurious, and I love it. I will most likely be replacing this couch in my new apartment just because it's not quite the style that I want it to be, but it has been a fantastic couch. It's also a pull-out couch, so it has been perfect for when I have loved ones and friends visiting me because I can just make a bed out of it and they can sleep out here, of course, and I have my bedroom. And then on the couch, I do have 2 pillows. So this one here is actually a pillowcase from H&M Home, and H&M Home has some beautiful things at fantastic prices. And then this pillow here, which again I get so many questions on, and I'm sorry, but this one's from HomeSense. So it was just one of those things that you walk in and you just get lucky and you find something that's really, really, really pretty. And then all of the inserts for most of my pillows that didn't come with inserts are from Ikea. They have fantastic inserts, which is awesome. And now let me show you my beautiful mirror, which is my pride and joy. So this is my mirror. Now this one is actually from Urban Barn. It's such a beautiful style and it will without a doubt be coming to my new apartment with me. But now that I've shown you the living room, oh, I forgot my coffee table. Let me show you my coffee table. I have these beautiful candlesticks from Urban Barn, and then of course my beautiful and favorite replica candle, and then of course I have some candle tools and one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits, in there. And this might come as a shock to some people, but I do have a current plant that I'm trying to keep alive, and then just some magazines there on the table. And now we go in from the living room and the kitchen straight into my bedroom. So let me show you. So this is my bedroom. So I'm gonna start right as we enter, and it's this gray cabinet. Now, I admittedly will be getting rid of this cabinet because the gray does not go, but it truly has served some great purposes. It's great for storage, but here I typically keep a lot of products. So I have all of my lotions, I have my self-tanner, some SPF, my heat protecting spray. So I oftentimes keep a lot of products up here, and right now I have some new goodies that I've been trying from Drunk Elephant. So this oftentimes becomes a very miscellaneous surface, but like, don't we all have like that chair or that like ottoman that just gets like cluttered and things? That is this. And then over here we have one of my favorite spots in my room. And this is where I keep all of my fragrances. So this is actually the exact same cabinet as the gray one that you just saw, but this one is white, obviously. And this is where I keep all of my fragrances as well as my watches. So I have a beautiful little watch case here. I actually stole this one from my mom, but this is one of my favorite areas in my room. I love being able to come here every morning and pick out a fragrance, and just, I have everything here where I can see it. I don't know what I'd do if I get more fragrances because I feel like that's already a lot, but this is my pride and joy of my room. I absolutely love being able to smell all my favorite fragrances every day, and it just makes me so happy to just pick out a fragrance that makes me feel beautiful. So that is what this is. I also keep a lot of clothing in this cabinet. So I have all my sportswear, I have my bras and undies in here. What else I have in here? Denim goes in this cabinet. So yeah, again, great for storage. And then in behind me, we have my closet. So let me show you my closet. So as I mentioned, this is my little case with all my fragrances, and then my bed is over here, but what I want to show you is my closet. So that's me. Hi, I have a little mirror in here, but this is my closet. So I keep all of my dresses in here. You will be able to recognize some of my favorite dresses. And then on this side, I have my twirl skirts, all of my Skims and Aritzia bodysuits, and then all of my shirts. And yes, I do love white shirts, if you couldn't tell. And then up here, we have all of my shoe boxes, and I do like to organize them by brand. So we've got Castagnet, we've got Manolo, Dior, Christian Louboutin, and I'm not sure, these are kind of like some miscellaneous boxes. But something that I had to do in this closet was actually add a rolling rack. So this here is actually one of those Amazon rolling racks, because this closet only came with one hanging bar, and that's clearly not enough. So that is my closet. Now let me show you my bed. Now we got so many questions on my bed. I actually did find this comforter, or duvet cover rather, at HomeSense. My pillow is from Ikea. Everything here is also from Ikea, so these 2 lamps are from Ikea, the nightstand, the bed frame, everything. I've just really dressed it up. I just wanted to make it really, really pretty, and again, it's very affordable to do that. It was just all super affordable and perfect for my budget at the time. My nightstand is always switching up, but right now I have my diffuser. I always love having my diffuser on my nightstand, and one of my absolute favorite body balms from Aesop. Now this is scented, so I don't use this on my body, but I do put this on my hands every single night, and I absolutely love it. I truly couldn't recommend it enough. It smells like heaven. I also typically keep some sort of lip balm. These are always rotating. If it's not this, it's my Glossier one. And right now I've been loving this little room spritz. I got sent this to me for my Pureology event, and it smells really, really nice. I've been using it. It just smells like a lavender, and it's so lovely to make the room smell really fresh. So that's what's on my nightstand, and I love these lamps because this kind of serves as a little tray, which means it keeps it nice and clutter-free. So that is my nightstand, and now we are panning over to my favorite area, which is my little getting ready area. This mirror is my absolute favorite. This one is from Structube, and it's so beautiful. And this is where I do a lot of my work. So I have my laptop here. I also get ready here, so I have all my makeup products here. I actually found this at HomeSense. And then this is a little jar from a candle that I had, and so I now use that for my makeup brushes, and I have a mascara in here as well. And this chair, oh, she has been so good to me. Probably like a $10 chair from Ikea, but I have yet to find a chair that I love for my vanity, and I don't want to settle for one, so I've kept this little cheap guy here, but you know what? She worked. And then over here is kind of an odd space, but right now I have my suitcase and my Burberry bag. This is my work bag, so I always want to be able to have access to it. And then I have this little storage cabinet. This is my bedroom. I really do love my bedroom, but I think my bedroom in the new apartment is gonna have one of the biggest changes, because as much as this room is very bright and airy, it's so far from what I want it to look like. I want mine to be warm and cozy and have lots of warm and bright colors. So I think it's gonna be really fun to see how the new room is different from this one, and I'm gonna love being able to look back at this room and see how different my new one is. But now let me show you the last 2 spots in my apartment: my walk-in closet and my bathroom. So walking out from the bedroom, we have my bathroom. It's very little, but I got everything that I need in here. So I keep my sink very minimal. This little set I absolutely love. It's actually from Muji, and it's so minimalistic. I love it. I have my favorite hand soap, and this face wash has been phenomenal. And then of course I have some extra products here, all my favorite Kerastase products, and then my shower. And then we head into my walk-in closet, which I absolutely love. Up here I have a bookshelf where I keep all of my shoes, and have a couple handbags up here as well. And then behind me I have all of my blazers, which are my pride and joy. And then my trousers here. I also have some extra handbags and just some little miscellaneous items. But yeah, this is my closet, and I absolutely love it. I will thankfully be expanding this room in my new place. So I'm very, very excited. That concludes today's video and my apartment tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I did wait a long time to do this video because I was hoping that I would have this apartment fully furnished and finished before I moved out, but well, life doesn't always work out the way you planned it to. So I will hopefully be able to do a tour in my new apartment once it's fully finished and looking exactly the way I want it to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But before I go, don't forget to subscribe, as I would love to have you guys join the family as well. I will leave my Instagram somewhere up here for you guys to follow. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Mwah.